Get daily updates directly to your inbox plus subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Could not subscribe? Try again later. Invalid email. There are several reasons as to why Burton Albion are currently bottom of the championship after 28 games, albeit only a point shy of safety. A tally of only 21 goals in that time is certainly one of them. In only 5 of those 28 games have the Brewers found the net on more than one occasion. For all their problems in letting teams pull clear of them in certain matches, their inability to capitalize on periods of dominance, most notably at home, means they have far fewer points to their name than they perhaps warrant. Darren Bent's arrival on loan from Derby County until the end of the season is a meaningful, ambitious step from Nigel Clough to address that issue. Image: Burton Albion. Richard Holmes. The former England striker's CV speaks for itself. He has Premier League goals to his name at Tottenham Hotspur and Albion's now championship rivals, Aston Villa and Sunderland. Current club Derby turned to his services in 2015, originally on loan, to help get them over the promotion line, although they ultimately fell short of the playoffs despite him bagging 12 times in only 17 appearances for them that season. He enjoyed another solid goal-scoring return last season, and would likely have been challenging to play a part in Derby's push for the top 2 this time around were it not for a hamstring injury suffered in preseason that ruled him out for the first half of the campaign, and he has not featured since that friendly at Port Vale in July. With Mate Vidra, David Nugent, Sam Winnall, Chris Martin and latterly Cameron Jerome ahead of him in the striking pecking order, the Brewers will be hoping that situation has worked out perfectly for them. Image: Lawrence Griffiths. Getty Images. Since Liam Boyce suffered a serious injury of his own in preseason, Albion have lacked someone up front who possesses that deadly instinct inside the 18-yard box. Marvin Sordell thrives best hovering around the edge of the box, when he can find time to turn and fire, as he did to perfection in August's 2-1 win over Birmingham City. Lucas Akins offers much as a striker, but he is more of a link-up forward, holding play up and bringing others into the game, rather than altering the game with a clinical effort of his own. We have not seen much of Luke Varney this time around, while Wolverhampton Wanderers' Joe Mason, who looked the likeliest to take on the role of out-and-out scorer, enjoyed a torrid time with injuries and illness during his loan spell. In Bent, they have a player with an innate ability to get into the right areas at the right time and capitalize when a chance opens up. He is an instinctive finisher, capable of stabbing home from 6 yards or drilling a dipping volley in from 20. If you haven't seen his stunner for Derby away at Wolves from the 2015-16 season, it is well worth a look. Bent's arrival perhaps feels even more significant following the news that Boyce has returned to training with Burton. Image: Rob Sambles. Epic action imagery. Albion's record signing is not a million miles off making his competitive debut, and there is a chance he could yet have a telling impact on the Brewers' fate too. Before then, they will look to Bent to have the sort of effect that Collie Woodrow had in front of goal 12 months ago. It is worth bearing in mind, of course, that Bent's time out of senior action means it could take time for him to get back up to full speed in a match scenario. While he has featured for Derby's under-23s, the championship will be a notable step up. There will be interest, too, in seeing how Clough slots the former England forward into the Albion team. Akins has been the starting striker in a 5-4-1 formation that has been largely successful over the past 6 weeks. Will they switch systems to accommodate both of that pair up front? Whatever the selection dilemmas may be, this signing is a coup for Burton. On the weekend, Burton Albion secured their promotion to the Football League in 2009 with a 2-1 loss At Torquay United, Bent was scoring at Old Trafford as Spurs lost 5-2 to Manchester United in the Premier League. 3.5 months later, Sunderland paid a fee of £10 million for Bent, one of 3 occasions in which sides have parted with 7-figure sums for the striker. A prolific history does not guarantee Bent will be the man to keep Albion up. Of course, the chances must keep coming. He must rediscover his goal-scoring touch quickly, and others must keep chipping in. Any leads must then be defended, and they cannot afford the sort of collapse we saw last weekend at Fulham. Whoever is up front and whoever else they move for in the market. There can be little doubt, though, that the defenses of Burton's Championship rivals will not have missed this piece of transfer business.